Hello, let's do the Netflix puzzled Starstruck for June 10th. We'll do the easier than the hard. Easy is called even slash odd. The way we play this game is in each row, each column, and each colored region, we're placing exactly one star. In addition to that, stars can't touch each other like that. Not allowed. All right, so, all of these regions just use their vertical space. This green has to use that star. Now brown uses this one. Blue uses one of these two, which means actually these two and these two are out as well, because whichever, it's always going to touch those two wherever the star goes, which means this is the only place left in indigo. That leaves orange, yellow, blue, and red. All right. Nice plonker there. Let's go back and do the hard. It's called mirrored to a T. All right. Okay, these L shapes are kind of a giveaway if you know what you're looking for. Only if you know what you're looking for. For what they call an X-wing, I think I'd like to call it something like a rectangle strategy or something like that. But anyway, because it doesn't really match the X-wing in Sudoku, which is what it probably is named after. But I'm gonna highlight some columns and rows for you here, and you'll kind of see that I'm just following how all of these regions form this L-ish shape. They kind of have corners to them, right? You can make a rectangle. So you can make a rectangle out of these regions. So there's a lot of ways to explain this, but basically, we're going to be taking some bounds and seeing how that affects things. Bounds of how many stars we need. So I think I'm going to start with, we have completely covered up indigo. We've completely covered up brown, gray, and this dark orange with our two columns and two rows. So by highlighting these two rows and highlighting these two columns, we have completely covered 4 regions. So wherever those regions are putting their star, we don't care where they put their star. It's going to be in those 2 rows and 2 columns, meaning I've highlighted 4 stars. I know that I've highlighted exactly 4 stars. But we also know that 2 rows and 2 columns can have at most 4 stars, one for each row, right? We can have one in this row. We can have a second one in this row. We can have a third one in this column and a fourth one in this column, but that's it. And so we've maxed it out, which means that the rest of those rows and columns, so like this green here, that seems important. These 2 here, I'm not going to follow through yet. These 2 here and this one can't be a star because they would be a 5th star in those 2 rows and 2 columns. But we can also do another piece of logic here, which is because we know we have exactly 4 stars, I can't put one in the intersection of those rows and columns. Because if I put it in the intersection, the same star is counting for the row and the column, which means we only end up with 3 stars in those rows and columns, but we know we need 4. So the intersections also go away. All right, and so that gives us this green, which is quite handy. That reduces brown to these 2. That means these both aren't in because they touch this brown and they're in the same column as this one. Yellow's in these 3, so this one's out because it touches these 2. There's probably some simple stuff. Oh, this red is only in this column, so that's out. Let's see, what else can we do? Brown, one of these 2 felt important. This felt important. This column's either the brown or the gray. What about? Oh, we can actually do a lineup on the left 3 columns. So we're gonna get, oh my gosh, we're gonna get 3 stars, 1 per column. So we know there's exactly 3 stars. Where we have to put them in 3 different colors. Indigo is a color, orange is a color, dark orange is a color, but we're out of colors. And so those are the 3 colors they get put in, meaning the rest of this indigo here and the rest of this dark orange and the rest of this orange cannot be in because they have to place it to the left of the line. So getting rid of all these, what's that do? I almost thought these 3 lined up, but they don't quite. Brown comes in. Shoot, did that help? One of these three. Oh, this touches all three that are left here. For what it's worth. Clearly, I'm like just not seeing something obvious. I don't know what it is. This would place here. Interesting. In here. So this one's never in. I don't know. This is probably not logic we need to use in this puzzle, but this one's not in. Why? Because there's only two options for this column. Either we place a star here or we place a star in one of these grays. Obviously, these grays eliminate that one. This very clearly forces this one, which eliminates that one. So that leads to that, which eliminates, and this directly eliminates. So that one's never going to be a star, so I might as well click it. We're down to these two now. Yeah, again, I don't think that that was necessary for the solve, but if I see it, I'm going to use it. What's happening here? Either of these two would place that one. I don't think I need a look ahead, do I? What could I be missing about this? I eliminated this one. Okay, is it the blue region somehow? Don't really see it. Maybe there's rows that line up. Am I not seeing? 4, 5. I don't think we can line up rows. This row. I did eliminate everything from the rectangle, right? I believe so. So what is it? Maybe I do need to think about look aheads, or at least just explore them a little bit. I don't know. We got these three columns. We've got 3 left in yellow, which lines up with blue. Oh, does that require the gray then? Hold on. I'm talking about just the columns that yellow and blue are in. So one will be yellow, one will be blue. I feel like we need to be in this third gray. Like there's no other color. Oh no, there's the brown. So the third one's either in the brown or the gray. That eliminates this one for what it's worth. That's it, I think. Okay, unfortunately, that's not it. Can I line up anything else? Like maybe where the brown ends? Not really. Like this is its own column. Brown's just one of these two. Okay, this one does a lot. This one eliminates here, 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 here. So we're down to just those two. So it eliminates there as well, and there. So now we have to place this one, which eliminates these two. But we also know it's in one of these two, which would do the same thing. We're in one of these two, which eliminates here. So we get this. These are out. I don't know. This could be the solution. So what about if we took one of these? What does that do? Takes this one. So these are out. This is out. Right, and so this row needs to be here. Those are out. So this column is here. So those are out. That eliminates him, so that's out. Or that's in. And that places this blue. I don't know. This seems okay too. I mean, that's a huge look ahead. I was just trying to find some interaction. But it's not there. Maybe there's something I missed, but I guess okay, I think this yellow can't be in. Because if we place here, then we must be in one of these two indigos, which eliminates that guy. Otherwise we place here, which just directly eliminates it. So that's important, I think, because that finishes this column with the blue. Okay, gray's in one of those two, so those are out. Red's in one of these two. Gray's in one of these two. This is interesting. They're linked. So we're not doing a star here and a star here, which means we must have one either here or here. Because they can't, like, in order to avoid these two, we'd have to put it in these two, right? They're kind of linked up, where it's one of these two, one of these two. And so since it's one of these two, we remove the rest of this row. Did we? Oh, no, we just have this gray here. That's the way to continue. Sorry. We get this brown. We get this indigo. We get the yellow. We get the red, the gray, dark orange, light orange. Okay. I don't know. I feel like that ending I'm not super happy with. I mean, I saw the X-wing slash rectangle thing right away. Um, was it lack of follow through on it, or was there something? I feel like that elimination of the yellow was tough. It's not that hard to see, but is that really the way forward? Anyway, let me know if you had an alternate route. And in general, how'd you do?